Hi everyone, it's me, Moonlight Guidance. Hope you're doing well. We're gonna have a look and see what is coming through for your reading. Okay, so let's have a look and see what is going on, what I can tell you, what messages I have for you, all that good stuff. If this resonates, please like, comment down below, subscribe if you're here. I feel like there are messages you need to hear. And also just wanted to mention as well that there are thousands of 5-star reviews on shopmoonlightguidance.com and also my Etsy store where I do personal readings, services, there are rituals, and of course intention items if you're interested, okay? So everything's always there for your convenience and super special items and things, okay? So let's have a look and see what your reading brings. So first and foremost, your energy is very powerful, okay? We have here the High Priestess, we've got here the King of Cups, and we also have here the Hanged Man. This is triple Neptune energy, okay? Neptune is a very spiritual planet. It is the planet of spirituality. And the fact that we have here Neptune 3 times over is very powerful. Why? Because essentially you embody a very strong energy that is very different from other people. And you may oftentimes feel very different. You may feel like you're not like, you know, your neighbor or people that you have been affiliated or linked to in the past. You may just think that there's something different about me. There's a lot more introspection, there's a lot more understanding, you have a lot more respect. You also understand how you should treat people or how people should be treated. You have common sense in that regard, and also you are very intelligent, but you're also emotionally intelligent, okay? And I say this because in the readings recently, there's been a common theme where I keep talking about emotional intelligence, but it sometimes is so frustrating to you when you come across someone that talks very intelligently, but when it comes to being emotionally available, emotionally present or understanding, they don't do it. And it's almost like you feel so confused because they show certain traits and not others. And it really confuses you so much because you think to yourself, hang on a second, wait a second, okay? You come across as emotionally available, emotionally intelligent, as emotionally all of these things. You come across intelligent-wise all of these things, but emotionally you can't even understand empathy, but you seem to know what it is, you know? So I feel here that what you have to understand is that just because a person is intelligent with IQ doesn't mean that they have the EQ, okay? You have both IQ and EQ. And because of that, you think a lot deeper and you put a lot more meaning into things like relationships, you invest a lot more, you are much more proactive, you are much more understanding of how your own actions could impact another person. You are also very understanding that the stronger you work at yourself, the stronger you work at your shadow, you work at healing, you work on your progress, you work on detachment, the more you will yield the results that you want in your life in terms of goals, ambitions, dreams, all of these kinds of things. You've cracked the code. You already know the code. You already know what is correct to do, what is right to do, and how you will get to where you want to be. But getting on that path sometimes is hard in terms of practicing that daily. The Hanged Man also shows here as well is that you're very smart. Please don't even doubt it. You may feel like you're stupid, but people think you're stupid. You yourself are not stupid. People might think you're stupid because they see you as someone very empathic, very naive. Remember, narcissists, people that are sociopaths, people that are really awful people, or really just, you know, not nice, they often feel that naive people, empathic people are easy to manipulate, okay? And because of that, they then do it. However, those people are not stupid, like as in, you know, people that are very naive, very empathic are not stupid. You're not stupid, but people think that you are, but you're actually not. And I think that's the really important part. And then yes, of course, you trust people like this because naturally you're a very loving person and a very giving person, and you like to see the good in others, right? You like to give people chances, something that narcissists, sociopaths, they don't do. And because of this, I do believe here that, you know, emotionally you've been through a lot, but you are still standing. And I think that is the biggest thing. People have taken you for a ride, people have played you, people have taken you for granted, but here you are, still standing on a bed of rocky water. People look at you with eyes of courage, Okay, there are people that are going to start looking at you and really thinking, wow, like you must have been through so much, but here you are still standing, still doing your job, still going and doing the things that you need to do. You still have courage, you still have empathy, you still have kindness, you still have respect, you still have understanding, you still do the things that you need to do, and you are not failing, falling, crying, or crashing. You are doing everything you can in your power. And I think the most important thing here is that the divine is bringing you power in this reading to tell you that, listen, you've been through hard things, but keep going because you're on the right path. You're on the right path, not only towards personal enlightenment, okay, but also to achieve all of the things that you want to achieve. Because I'll tell you one thing, life is not just about a romantic partner, okay? It is not. We are born into this world not for just the search of a romantic partner, but for experiences of all kinds and all shapes and all forms. Yes, a romantic partner adds to your life, but what I will say is that there is so much more in this life. There are hobbies, there are goals, there are dreams, there are interactions, there is nature, there is the pursuit of a spiritual path, which you do by yourself, right? And I think this is really, really, really important. I mean, yes, you can do it with other people, but it all happens inwards and it happens within yourself, right? So it's not that, you know, the divine is like, you must find a soulmate first and then you will find enlightenment. No, you can do these things also by yourself. So just know that you will get to where you need to be. You will do all of the things that need to be done. And essentially what's very, very important here is that you need to also know that your life will get better. There are going to be major improvements. You've got here the Six of Pentacles, okay? So this also goes to show financial stability and financial balance in your life. I'm so sorry, my hands are so dry. I think I'm using a hand wash that is so drying that every time I use it, my hands are just like this. So Six of Pentacles shows financial stability and financial balance coming into your life in the next 6 months. Anywhere from now that you're watching it to 6 months from now, in that period of time, financial stability and financial balance. Also, we've got here the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands is very, very important for a multiple myriad of reasons, because people are going to be looking at you and they will realize that you are not a normal person. You are very, very special, because they will pick up that the energy and the frequency that you vibrate at after doing a lot of healing work, after doing a lot of acceptance, after understanding, okay, this happened in my life and it's okay that it happened. After you do all of that, people will very much, they'll just feel your energy and they will want to naturally offer you things, whether it is a relationship, whether it is friendship, whether it is, you know, good words, kindness, generosity. People will literally come to you and they will see so much value in you because you've built up value in yourself. Okay, so keep working towards your goals, your spiritual path, keep meditating, keep healing, keep looking after yourself, keep doing the things that you are doing, keep working towards your goals and your dreams in your career, or if you're studying, keep going at it, because people will be looking at you. Right now you may feel very invisible, that no one's really looking at you, no one pays you much mind, no one's really thinking about you, but that's because right now is the time for your personal growth. Okay, sometimes you will find yourself feeling very isolated and very alone in certain periods of your life, because you are meant to be growing in that time. You are meant to be learning in that time. You are meant to be by yourself doing introspection. And then comes a time where people are looking at you, people are around you, people are with you, okay, when the divine timing is right. And people will be then offering you opportunities and doing things. So just know that where you're at right now is a phase. I've also been through these phases too, right? Where there are periods of time where you're literally all by yourself and there's literally nothing happening. And then all of a sudden there's a phase in which you're seen, you're heard, you're going to events, you're doing this, you're doing that. And then again, there's a period of time where like nothing's really happening. So I think that what's really important is that this is a phase, okay? And I just want to say as well, that phases sometimes can last. You know, for example, you may have been in a phase where for years good things were happening and then suddenly for years nothing was really happening. don't worry. Okay, you will come out of this phase, and your phase for when things are really happening will last years. Okay, so that's very, very important here. I also want to mention as well that I do offer personal readings, services, rituals, intention items, all of this good stuff. Everything is literally on my website and linked down below, and on shopmoonlightguidance.com. Everything is always there for your convenience. There's personal readings, there's rituals for love, money, marriage, career success, beauty, justice, healing. Of course, healing rituals can be very powerful and very good. There's also, of course, the readings as well, done within 12 to 24 hours, and items such as bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, candles, sage bundles, teas, and so much more. So that's all there for you, and all there for your convenience as always. I think what's really important here is that you are trying to figure out yourself, you're trying to figure out your life, but also in doing so, just know that your life will work out and everything will be okay, and everything will come together really, really beautifully. And you don't necessarily need to worry, you don't necessarily need to panic, you don't necessarily need to stress. You know, there are better, bigger things coming your way. There's more joy, there's more happiness, there's more excitement, and there is more that is going to give you a real sense of peace for the future, which I think is absolutely incredible. And you won't have to constantly be worrying about this part of your life that has been overwhelming you. And so I also want to mention I do have TikTok and Instagram. Everything's linked down below, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Okay, take care everyone. Bye.